That was clearly Dad.
Ow!
Yeah, that's right, Dad. Yeah. But anyways, y'all, what's good, AA fam? It's your boy Ant.
And it's the oh my god!
And Elijah coming in hot. Elijah.
No, you guys just missed that.
What are you playing? You like your wand? We gotta get you more batteries because it died.
He is a wiggle worm, y'all. Oh my goodness. Is that Daddy? He's getting away. Elijah! Is that my stinky butt? Elijah, you want to show them your little two titties? You want to show the AA fam your little two titties? You're like, I'm almost 9 months, guys. Show them your two titties. Show them your two titties. I'll be 9 months this week. Well, later this week.
Show your fan your teeth. Tickle, 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 tickle. Let me see those teeth.
Oh, you can see them. Let me see them. Y'all see my baby's two teeth?
Your two front teeth.
I can't believe it, y'all. I can't. But all right, story time. Come on. All right, guys. So we haven't talked to y'all in a minute, and we want to update y'all on a few things. And you already seen the title of the video. We will be giving you guys a story time on how we took Elijah to the hospital.
Just a short little story time.
Yeah, but it's very important, and it was a tragic day for us, and we weren't ready to talk about it, but now we are. You want to be part of it? Yeah, you want to be part of it. But let me set the camera up real quick.
First of all, we are back from New York. New York was beautiful. It was the first time I ever went. There's way too much to experience in New York for just a few days. So
Yes.
I'm excited to go back, but anyways, today, like Anna said, we are going to be sharing with you guys something that happened a few weeks ago with us and Elijah.
We weren't just comfortable. I wasn't comfortable like talking about it. I know y'all just seen us having a good time, smiling, laughing with Elijah, but it's not a funny video. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, today's not a funny video. It's something that is serious, and I just wanted to bring it on here on our channel because you guys are family and you guys deserve like updates.
And then also we know that there's a lot of parents and stuff that are
Yes.
part of the AA fam.
There's a lot of,
And you know, anything that we've gone through as parents can potentially help y'all as well. So
and you guys are probably wondering like, well, if this happened, you know, a few weeks before y'all went to New York, why are y'all now just talking about it? Well, because again, I was not ready. So I just wanted some time, I guess you could say, to heal and just to be ready. But like Ann said, I hope it could potentially help someone, you know, that has gone through the same thing or will encounter. We did have to rush our baby boy Elijah to the hospital, which was a very, very scary day for us. Basically, we woke up one day, it was a normal day for us. Every day you wake up, just be thankful because every day's a gift, okay? So it was a normal day here at the AA fam's house. It was actually a Sunday. We had to go to look at some homes because that's another topic we're gonna update you guys later on. Anyways, that's besides the fact. We're not talking about that today. We woke up, we had to go look at a home that we were interested.
while we were on our way, I was in the back seat with Elijah. Anna was driving.
I don't know why, like, I just wanted to drive that day, right? I just wanted to drive that day, and I was like, babe, let me drive. Usually I'm the passenger princess, y'all. Like, I love to sit in the passenger seat, but this time I was like, no, I want to drive. And Anne's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. The baby was sleeping on the way, and we go to the property. We have our meeting. Everything goes well. Elijah is a little fussy though. He wakes up from his nap. He's a little fussy because in this time he was teething. I mean, this was only about a few weeks ago. And then after the meeting, we have to leave, and we're actually on our way to church, right? So we start heading over to church, and I am driving again because I just wanted to drive that day. I don't know why, but God knows why, and he knows how he did what he did, because if things were different and Aunt was driving and I was in the back seat, I don't know what would happen.
Anyways, I was in the back seat with Elijah. Like Anna said, we just left from the property on our way to church, and out of nowhere he gets a fever. So I did know that when babies start teething, they are likely to get fevers.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand. Like,
yeah,
you know, you teeth,
you get fever, diarrhea, all that type of stuff.
He didn't get diarrhea. He was just...
Thank God he didn't get diarrhea, because you know your boy is in the back seat with him. But I'm playing. I'll change your diarrhea if you had diarrhea. But anyways, y'all, he did get a fever out of nowhere, and his temperature just started rising. Of course, we want to make sure we get his fever low as fast as possible. There are markers within a fever that if it exceeds that point, like, it's definitely really bad, in trouble,
yeah.
You know?
So I remember searching it up and it was 100, so I was like, okay. And thank God I always keep a thermometer with me. Like, so I don't play that.
Temperature.
Yeah, so I really don't play that. So like, I had a thermometer and Aunt took his temperature.
Yeah. The first time I took it, he was at like 98.
Yeah.
And then as we got closer to church, it eventually got to like 101.
I remember I was driving and Elijah started crying, and I'm like, oh baby, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
He wasn't feeling too good.
Yeah, he was crying. Aunt was trying to like calm him down, like, it's okay, you know, we're just trying to keep him from crying.
Yeah.
And then I remember like,
because our plan was, there's a Walgreens right before we get to church, so we were gonna, you know, stop by there and get him some stuff to help him reduce his fever. Also, Anna's mom knows this remedy where you get like a potato and, you know, you put it on the bottom of your feet and on your belly button, and then also the vinegar, you soak a rag in vinegar, you put it on your head. I've done that before when I've had a fever. So we were gonna do all that as we were approaching church. I'm just sitting with him trying to calm him down, but then out of nowhere, y'all, he just stops crying, completely just stops, and his eyes start to roll in the back of his head, and he starts to shake.
Oh my
and
goodness.
For a little bit, he stopped breathing.
Oh my goodness.
As soon as I seen that, like as soon as I seen his eyes start to roll in the back of his head, I took him out of his car seat and I grabbed him, and you know, it was the first time I've ever experienced anything like this. So I honestly didn't know what to do at all. I just tried to let my daddy instinct kick in, and I was just holding him, and I took his shirt off and I was trying to, like, you know, rock him back and forth and get his attention so that way he can look at me, but he just wasn't there. So the whole time this is going on, Anna is looking at me in the rearview mirror, trying to figure out exactly what's going on.
Oh my gosh.
Too, you know.
Yes,
and,
I remember I was driving and he was crying. And mind you, when he cried, he rarely cries, y'all. My baby's such a happy baby. Like, I'm talking about like mad, like crying, like he's upset. And out of nowhere, y'all, all I hear while I'm driving is Anthony's like, Elijah. Like, I hear him patting like his face, like, Elijah, come on baby, stay with me, are you okay? Come on, it's gonna be okay, Elijah. His crying completely stopped. So it went from like to literally, and I'm like, what's going on? I pull over and I'm like, what's going on? And I turn around and Anthony's like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I know he's trying to be calm for like all of us, because he's one, like, he's really good at controlling. Like, you know, when you're in a bad situation, you're really good at like keeping your cool. I noticed that he was also like worried, and I'm like, my heart literally dropped when I looked and Anthony's like grabbing, like, you know, like, stay with me. When I pull over, Aunt takes him out the car seat, and that's when I lost it, y'all. Because one thing is like, okay, stay with me, baby, stay with me. Another thing is you're in the car and taking a baby out his car seat in a car. Like, you never do that unless it's like a big emergency or something's going on, right? It's something serious. So when I saw Anthony taking Elijah out his car seat, my heart dropped. I immediately started panicking. And when I saw my baby, y'all, like, oh my God, I don't know what crying. When I looked, he was pale and like non-responsive. Like, he was just like, I lost it. Like, when I say I lost it, I literally went crazy. I was like, we gotta go to the hospital now. We gotta go to the hospital now.
So we ended up taking him to the emergency room.
Literally, and, I don't know how I got there so quick, because it said we were like 20 minutes away. I got there in like 10 minutes, y'all.
Yeah, but by the time that we got there, Elijah was pretty much back to normal. So we really didn't know what we just went through.
After like he came back to normal, he was crying,
he was
and like grabbing his
teeth,
gums.
He kept grabbing his gums. Like I said, we ended up taking him to the emergency room, and we explained to them what had happened. And pretty much they told
took
us
his temperature and everything. He was a little hot,
but his fever did go down by that time. So to make a long story short, they pretty much told us that what we experienced with him was a febrile seizure. I think that's how you say it.
Yes.
Febrile seizure.
Yeah. Now, when I'm talking to the doctor, he's saying it so calmly, like it's nothing. Like, he's like, oh yeah, you guys experienced a febrile seizure, and I'm like,
yeah.
What do you mean a seizure? When I heard the word seizure, I lost it again. I was like crying. I was like, my baby just had a seizure. Like, what? Like, he's so tiny. Like, why did he just have a seizure? why? Like, he doesn't deserve this. Like, what's going on? Like, I lost it even more.
Basically, a febrile seizure is a seizure that's caused by a fever.
And it's usually when babies have a spike in temperature. Like
a sudden spike in temperature. The body causes itself to seize, so that way it can help itself cool itself down. So the body goes into full-on defense mode and tries to protect the brain from the fever and the heat.
His body's not used to it, so that's why you get a seizure. And it's really common in babies, especially when they have their first fever. And this was Elijah's first fever ever. The sudden spike in temperature caused him to get a seizure, and what the doctor said, it's very common for babies.
But us being first-time parents and never ever seen anything like this happen before, we were scared to death.
So many things was running in my mind, y'all, that, you know, if you've ever experienced a seizure in your life, you guys know.
I know Anna was thinking worst case scenario. You know, I tried to keep my calm.
I was literally
I know
thinking the
that,
worst.
like, everything was gonna be alright at the end of the day. But
yeah, I thought that. Like,
you just thought the worst.
Yes, like I thought, I don't even want to say what I thought, but you guys know, like you guys know what I think. You know, imagine seeing a baby that gets completely unresponsive, turns pale, like their color's changing. I didn't see his eyes rolling to the back of his head, but you know, imagine seeing a baby like shaking a little bit. Like I remember him shaking a little. Imagine seeing a baby like that. You would think the worst. Like you would literally think the worst. And even though you don't want to think that way, but you have no option, right? So then when we go to the ER, I'm over here panicking, freaking out, and then the doctor's like super calm, and I'm kind of mad. Like my emotions are all over the place, right? And I'm like, why is this doctor so calm? Like this is serious. He just told me it's a seizure. But hopefully that was the first time and last time that we'll ever experience.
Yeah.
I remember I was so scared, and I remember calling my other mom friends. I have a few mom friends, and two of them told me they experienced it, and someone from my church experienced it too. So from hearing their stories, it made me feel a lot more peaceful, knowing that this is way more common than what I thought. I literally thought like it was just my baby, but very, very common to happen. And I was like, okay, like I'm not the only one. And then my friends' babies, they're beautiful, they're healthy, like nothing's absolutely wrong with them, and one's already like 4, one's 5. I would have never thought they experienced the same thing, because just by me knowing them, it's like I would have never thought they had a seizure when they were little as well. So just putting it out there, y'all, like if you're a new parent, or you're expecting a baby, or you're pregnant, or you have a baby that's very, very little, or newborn, or just, you know, a few months, whatever, like if you're just a parent,
So
I'm sorry, I just want to put it out there. If you're a parent,
you have a baby,
if you have a baby, if you have a baby
and you experience them with a high fever, first of all, do what you need to do to reduce that fever, because you do not want the baby to have, or a kid or anything to have a fever for any longer than what they need to
exactly. So let me tell y'all, I was really against Tylenol and giving my baby like just medicine, even though they have baby Tylenol, right? But I was still like against it. After that experience that he had the seizure, we immediately went to Walgreens again, because we had gotten the cool pads for his little head. We went back to Walgreens, and I did get baby Tylenol, and I made sure to give him that like every 5-6 hours, whatever it's like listed on like under the directions, and he was fine. So after that incident,
ever since then he's been great. There hasn't been any more issues. He didn't have a fever anymore since that time, and he has his 2 front teeth. They grew in. They're still growing a little bit more.
We're just being extra cautious too, because hopefully it never happens again. It
happened to him one time before, so you know we have the cooling pads, we have extra baby Tylenol, all that stuff. So you know, God forbid his fever ever does start rising again, you know what to do this time.
Exactly.
And
we'll give him medicine.
Yeah, we have the vinegar and the brag, so we do all that.
The Colombian remedies from my mom.
So we do everything. We'll pull out all the tools whenever he experiences anything close to like that.
Yeah, but my baby is happy, healthy, good. He's fine. He's a normal baby. I think that was my biggest fear when I heard seizure. I was like, oh my gosh, like it's gonna happen all the time now. Like, you know, he doesn't deserve this.
He's been fine. He's pretty much almost walking now, y'all. Yes. He crawls so fast.
Yes, he does.
I already know he's gonna be a handful when he starts getting a hold of his 2 feet. He's just
God.
like mommy, getting into everything and not letting daddy talk.
Like he's over here smiling. Oh my God.
Yeah,
He's
so
like,
you heard
yeah.
him again. He said no. He said dad. He said
Whatever.
he said
Okay.
dad.
So with that being said, like that was literally the scariest day of my life. He was just in a lot of pain because of him teething and stuff, and the fever. So he's very uncomfortable.
But anyways, y'all, you are a new parent with the fever. If they're experiencing fever, please make sure to do what you need to do to get rid of that fever. And then if it ever does exceed the point to where they start to have a febrile seizure or they experience symptoms of a febrile seizure, just keep it calm, because if you're over the top and you're frantic, it's not gonna make anything better.
Yeah.
So just try to keep it calm, even though I know it's super hard. But do your best to do that and follow the steps to reduce their fever and get them to see a doctor as soon as possible. But it's something that's not unlikely to happen.
Yeah, so and it could happen to anyone. Like literally, it could happen to any parent out there. Like,
so if it does happen, don't feel like it's only happening to you, or that something's wrong with you, or that you're not a good parent, because nobody wrote the book on how to be the absolute perfect parent. Every situation
you
is
learn
different.
as you go. You learn as you go. And again, like I'm so thankful that day I did decide to drive. Y'all, I promise that I am one of those people that I don't like to drive like that. Like I like Ant to drive. And that day I was just like, I want to drive. And now that I look back, it's like, wow, like God, you're so perfect, because the way he does things, because God knows that if that day Ant would have been driving like he usually always is driving, and I was in the back seat with Elijah like I usually am, and I would have experienced what Ant experienced, I don't know, I probably would have fainted or something. I don't know how I would have reacted, because this is the thing. When stuff like that happens to me, I shut down and panic and just wouldn't know how to react, So I'm thankful that day I was driving and he was with Elijah in the back. I wouldn't, know how to react. It was something very traumatic. It's still traumatic to this day, even though I didn't see the actual seizure, but I did see him like shaking, unresponsive and stuff. And it was still scary and traumatizing. So I can only imagine if I did see the actual thing like Anthony did. I don't know. But God knows, and that's why I was driving that day. And that's why he was in the back seat, because that's what had to happen,
Yeah. But anyways, we just wanted to share with you guys what happened to us and Elijah, so that way maybe if you guys ever do experience something like that, you guys know that you're not alone. And then also, if y'all know of anything that can help when it comes to a febrile seizure, or if you guys have been through something like this before and y'all want to share, please feel free to in the comments down below. We never know, your words may be able to help another parent out there too, so feel free to share it in the comments down below.
And thank you guys for being part of this journey.
We know, y'all, that we haven't been posting like we usually been posting. Life has just been really crazy these last couple of months, honestly.
Yeah, and especially with this situation when he got his seizure.
Yeah,
that
we've really been trying to get a foothold in this whole like parenting thing.
And just focus on him. Yeah, like literally he's been my main priority, y'all. Yeah. Like literally me, I've been more on top of him, more just being more aware and more cautious.
We've been spending a lot of time with our son too. We don't want to miss out on these moments where he's, growing up, because we'll never get those moments back. But we are gonna start posting again like we normally do.
Yes! Let us know what you guys want to see.
So let us know what you guys want to see from us in the comments as well. And we're gonna be bringing back the notification shout out and all that stuff like that. So with that being said, y'all, we're gonna go take our baby. It's lunchtime, so we're gonna go take him downstairs and get him something to eat. I'm gonna stand up off this carpet because my feet are numb because they fell asleep.
Elijah's still teething because look, he's like slobbering all over. Look, you see guys how he's slobbering? It's because he's still currently teething. So my baby's getting big. He's looking older. You down my baby. You down my baby. Also, really exciting news coming soon, but Elijah will be starting swimming classes. So turn on your post notifications, because you guys don't want to miss out his first day on swimming classes. He's so ticklish. You're gonna go swimming classes. So make sure to turn on those bells, y'all, and we'll keep you guys updated with everything. But we love you guys so much.
We love y'all so much. Thank you guys for being a part of the AA fam, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Say bye.